if you're lactose intolerant, you can't watch this movie because it's got so much cheese.
Sorry, yeah, I gotta go. You guys can do this on your own now.
Nope, end it there. You agree 100%. I'm right.
Welcome back, fellas.
Hello.
Hello.
This is
well into the second season now. How's everybody feeling tonight?
So good. I'm so glad to be back.
I'm sad. I gave
Why are you
up.
sad?
I'm doing a detox this week from alcohol, and after watching this movie, I was like, this is a great movie to have a drink afterwards. And
Or during.
or both.
Or before.
But
Enjoy responsibly.
yes. But I'm detoxing, so no drink for me.
Nice. No drinking for Joey, just water.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, Flix fellas. This week, we're taking a look at the Netflix original Sweet Girl. I said that very weird. Sweet Girl, starring Jason Momoa, Isabella Merced, and Manuel Garcia Rolfo. It's directed by Brian Mendoza, and writers were Greg Hurwitz and Philip Eisner. This is an action movie about the evils of Big Pharma, a very common topic in movies thus far, at least that I know that we've looked at for the podcast. But it's definitely a story of trials and tribulations of a father-daughter pair as they go through and try to get justice for an injustice that is very close to home for them. So we'll roll right into first reactions for this one. Kevin, you look quizzical. How about you start?
I didn't know how I felt about it. Like, I don't think it was that great. It wasn't bad. I guess it was just like okay. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's one of those where it's like I would have been fine not seeing it, but like I'm not disappointed I saw it, I guess, if that makes sense.
This sounds like a classic Kevin Feige whelmed moment.
Dude, very whelmed. This movie was very whelming, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's just like a basic conspiracy action flick with like little twists. Like, it's nothing special, but it wasn't like that. Like, I don't think I watched it and I was like, holy shit, this is terrible. Or like, I just need to stop watching it. Maybe because it was only an hour and 50 minutes, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I wasn't like angry by it. Like, I get angry when movies are really bad. I wasn't angry watching this. Maybe
you're
it's
not
because I
spitting
was
vinegar.
drinking. So maybe Joe will think differently because he wasn't drinking.
Yes. I'm actually shocked that, Kev, you even remotely enjoyed this movie because it was just the most basic, cliche-filled movie of all time with one shocking plot twist that kind of got me excited for a minute, and I was like, it doesn't really make sense. And the movie kept going beyond that, and I just was so bored and so angry with this movie because there was nothing entertaining to me about it whatsoever. James?
That's pretty strong, Joe. You were like,
Joe sounds like me.
He does.
Yeah.
Kevin, you
That's why I'm
rip movies
surprised
apart.
you, like, somewhat like this.
Yeah. So yeah, for this one, my first reactions, I honestly thought this one was, I kind of feel you. I'm like Joey. I'm more on your page. The beginning to like the middle, like the beginning of this movie was very sad. Then it was like kind of all over the place and somewhat boring. Like I want to say in like the middle 50 minutes, and then there is the hook of the movie, or there's this big plot, twist, which we'll get into in the spoiler section, that gave me a second wind and a very similar, into what you're describing, Joe. But I actually did enjoy it throughout afterwards. Like throughout the end of the movie, I was more interested now that the plot just wasn't this like copy paste action film, But overall, I'm going to go like, I'm kind of like meh plus on this one. Like this is a rainy day movie for me. This
Meh
isn't
plus,
like
it's like a subscription model for meh.
Yeah. It's the $12 a month, not the $10 a month version of the meh.
Right.
We're not going to talk spoilers yet, but there were just so many times in this movie that I was just so bored, I like paused it so I could like scroll through Instagram or something. And maybe that's my problem as a millennial who has short-term attention deficit, but I don't do that with every movie. I did it with this one a lot because I just couldn't stop.
It was like a generic conspiracy film, like
Yeah.
of them trying to like they think
With
they know
nothing
what's going on, but,
original.
like, I guess
Except for
I
the
suppose
hook.
you're
Other
right,
than-
except for the twist,
The most-
twist, which even when the twist was happening, I guessed it wrong. So, well, and we'll talk about it, but like, yeah, I think the twist was the only good thing, but like, even that twist like wasn't, like you said, Joe, wasn't anything special, but it's a generic like action film. Like they didn't do it in a way where it was like ham-fisted. Like I think they actually gave a good shot at like a conspiracy action flick, because you can do them and they can be good, even though like the tropes have become like there's those tropes that you see in all of them.
Yeah.
You can still make it good. They didn't make it outstanding, but they didn't do anything where I was like, oh brother. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
they didn't
saying?
like take it. Yeah, they kind of stuck to their guns and like they didn't try to make it something it wasn't. Like they were very like kind of in they were in their lane and they stayed in their lane when it comes to action movie tropes, you know? Because I feel like there's some action movies that are just like cringy bad that like are like we need to take it to like the next degree and it just doesn't make any sense. Like OBX season 2, but but
Shots
you know
I didn't
fired.
watch any of
I
that.
didn't
Shots
watch it
fired.
either. Yeah.
what?
I didn't
Yeah,
watch
I gotta
either
watch.
season. I watched like the first episode.
Wow.
I heard season 2 sucks, so I didn't watch.
Yeah, season 2 is wild. There's a lot that goes on.
I have a lot that I want to
Anyway.
rip into this movie about, but it's all kind of spoilers, so I'll just
Yeah.
bite my tongue. I'll say that I'm going to say keep scrolling on this one, and
Joey's
I'll
keep
let you
scrolling.
guys make any final comments.
Sounds good, Kevin. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm in like that middle area where like I think I'm with Joe. I think I am keep scrolling, but
Mhm.
I won't think any differently of you if you decide to watch it. Like
So,
like
Joey's
it's
like-
not, I'm not like don't fucking watch this movie, but I'm like, you could probably do without it. So
Yeah,
soft
don't watch this-
scroll as you
yeah.
I hate saying that because I'm avidly against saying soft scroll or like soft
Mhm.
soft play. I think that's stupid, but this is a soft scroll.
Kevin only lives his life. He only lives his life with conviction. He's like, it's an on-or-off switch. There's no dimmer, but also dimmer.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes, right? 'Cause that's how it works, right?
That's true. Yes. So I am gonna go with a soft click play because I do think that they bring it back a little bit, and I did enjoy it by the end of the movie. There was like a little bit like I found myself in the lull, but it brought me back in. So I think that there are some redeemable qualities in here, and I think that it's worth, especially it's an hour and 50 minutes. But let's talk about it because it seems like Joey's got a lot of ammunition that he's holding on to. So, do you guys have anything else for before we get into spoilers?
I think we should eradicate soft play and soft scrolls.
Yeah, give our listeners some decisiveness, boys.
All right,
Yeah.
hard click play. It's the best movie
Whoa.
I've ever seen in my entire life.
All right, I'm scrolling.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll send it. Thank you all. Next section is going to be spoiler heavy, so stick around if you want to hear it, or just stick around anyway because we want to see you. All right.